the big deadline energy has been real, people. It's been real. But I'm back. And by I mean Phil. And by back, I mean to Fantasy Authors Handbook and the 100 Book Challenge. This is episode number 19. I am 19% of the way, 19 books through the 100 Book Challenge. This is Druuna, number 5, Came from the Wind. Oh, we're almost there. Druuna number 5, listen to me. You've been following along. You've seen these videos, so you know that there's only so much I can show you of this, right? Because of that. And my hand is where it is, I think, for a reason, because I don't know the rules, and it doesn't matter. Druuna, the Serpieri connection, the Serpieri connection. We can call it that if we want to, but if we were reading the word, it would say collection. Number 5, the story is called Came from the Wind, and in this one, there is only one story. In the previous 4 books, there were 2 stories in each. These were printed in English first in Heavy Metal magazine, of course, right? The first one appeared in Heavy Metal magazine in summer of 1986. That was Morbus Gravis, the story, which is the first story in Druuna number 1 of this edition here. Druuna appeared 7 more times in Heavy Metal, all around the time that I was reading it. Instantly a fan, ending with the story Clone, which you just saw me talk about in the previous video in the November 2003 issue. So this was actually spread out over quite a long period of time. He was not just sort of throwing Druuna stories out there into the world. These were apparently very few and far between. But I think you can tell in the work, right? There's a great deal of attention to detail, literal detail, quite a bit of visual precision, very well thought through in terms of the illustrations, which are just second to none. Anyway, you can go back and find you should go back and find the videos that I've done on the previous Druuna books. I'm going through the whole series. I have all 6 volumes. There's actually a Druuna 0. We will talk about that. I've already read this, so you know I've been in this big deadline energy period. I am behind. It's been since I actually finished reading this book, and now the 30th of July, in which I'm finally doing this video, because it's just been, look, I'm not complaining, because it's good to be busy when you freelancer. Yeah, freelancer busy, good. Busy freelancer, happy freelancer, freelancer with a roof over his head. So, anyway, but here I am finally. So it was worth the wait, wasn't it? Just to see me with my hand over her. Anyway, so this is the last Druuna story, again with a question mark. Came from the Wind. This appears to have been published here in this form for the first time, in the Lowe's Scarabeo edition from 2018. So this is a pretty recent stuff here, right? It's definitely, the story is good. It definitely feels like Serpieri is trying to find an ending for the story, right? This is, okay, like, wrap it up, buddy. So that means that really pretty much anything I say about the narrative of this might be a little spoilery. So I know that you are going to collect and read these because they're totally worth doing. That. Am I out of practice? The level of broadcasting professionalism that I know you have come to expect from Fantasy Authors Handbook is a little slippy today. I got kind of you can't see it, but there's like a headache sort of thing happening that goes like that. Okay, so, I mean, right on the cover anyway, I'm just diving back in. I do have notes that I'm being shifty-eyed to look at. The cover of this, I don't think it's a spoiler then to say that there is a Western influence to this, yeah? And that's actually not a big surprise when you consider that Serpieri was also a huge fan of Westerns. It just seemed to be something, isn't that interesting, that just seemed to resonate with Italians, right? I mean, some of the greatest Western films of all time were made in Italy by, Sergio Leone. So Serpieri worked with Raphael Ambrosio on a Western series called The Story of the West. And here in this final Druuna tale, you can see those two aesthetics come together in a really ingenious way, actually. It's not just sort of like, oh, we'll just sort of drop Druuna into a Western, or just kind of, drop Native Americans into the Druuna story. Again, everything would be a spoiler. I'm just going to say it worked. The two aesthetics came together really, really in a really interesting way. And it definitely has that sort of body horror edge that pervades all of the rest of the Druuna tales. So I don't know. It's hard to spoil the ending. It is an ending, right? There is a bleakness to it that fits with the rest of the Druuna stuff. This is really the post-apocalyptic future here that we've been kind of being dragged through the entire series. And so is it, a happy, it definitely was not it was all a dream kind of thing, anything like that. But there just seems to be a satisfying achievement of a new normal, right? And we'll do normal in quotes. I don't know what else to say about Druuna that I haven't said in the previous videos. And there's one more video ahead of me, which is issue number 0. I think Los Scarabaeos seem to assume that you're going to read that first, like 0 through 5. But I read it last. And I guess you're just going to have to tune into that video, which I hopefully will get to soon because I'm still in big deadline energy until Monday, the end of Monday the 4th. You don't care. You don't care. That is my cross to bear. 19 books into the 100-book challenge. We are pretty near, a fifth of the way there. And with all of this, like work, there's my current reading list right there. Haven't been doing that much reading. I gotta just kind of get through this one last project and then normalize the old schedule and get back to it, right? So you're going to be seeing more videos from me. I keep promising more videos about writing and stuff like that. I will do my absolute best to get to it. In the meantime, what are you doing not subscribing? And then some algorithm will decide that this one is the next for you. There's no power that a human has against the algorithm.